All right, Investor Central. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this new update that we just came out with here in August. It will be released to the public August 2nd. Today is the 1st. I just wanted to go over some of the things that you guys can expect to see. First off, if you're on our main page, just a quick little update on the bottom. Most commonly traded tickers will be showing up. They'll be scrolling around for you guys to see. But let's go into our STAX software and see what these new updates look like. You'll very, very quickly notice that we got a couple new boxes to see and a couple new colors to talk about as well. So let's start off from the very top. What we have here are we have bearish and bullish icons that will show up when the put call ratio happens to be favored on one side. You'll see here the puts happen to be favored over the calls. If you do go ahead and check off the week or the day, those will shift over to the filter that you've put as well. On the right, what you'll see real quick is we've added a dark pool coloring. The purple means that it's in the dark pool. Specifically, it is a data source that we have a code that is tagged along with these equity buys, equity prints, and they will be tagged as dark pool. If it does happen to be anything over $200 million, you'll see here this Microsoft print, it will be tagged in a gold color as well. And you will see there still are some that do not get that purple, meaning that it's a regular purchase, not through the dark pool. Now, what you guys have all been waiting for. On the bottom, what we have these two new boxes that have now show up, the flow scanner and the market events. Market events just show what are coming up for the upcoming weeks. So for example, tomorrow, August 2nd, we have non-farm payrolls at 5:30, unemployment rate at 5:30. It gives us what the forecast, the prior, and after it's been reported, it'll tell you what the actual numbers are. Now on the left side here, what we have is this flow scanner. The flow scanner is a very, very useful tool. If you guys were trading today, August the 1st, you may have noticed that there were some heavy put sides and heavy drops in the market. So for example, SPY, you'll see total puts versus total calls, the most commonly purchased contract and the frequency in which those contracts have shown up. There's a total amount of calls and puts that shows calls and puts added together. And what you can do here is you can actually go and filter through the buy side, the sell side. We can also go look at volume instead of just premium. All right. And so what you'll notice here is these calculations give you an idea of what the dark pool, what the big institutions happen to be purchasing in terms of calls and puts throughout the day. Now, very, very important. You'll notice this is the flow scanner. It was for this past week from Monday up till Thursday. Obviously tomorrow, 8/2, what we'll have is it'll be the entire week. If you do want to just see what happened for the day, you can go ahead and filter through today, and you'll very quickly notice the purchases of calls and puts throughout today. So look at this, IWM, 48 million to 4 million in terms of puts to calls. SPY, same thing, 28.93 million to 17.74 million when you say puts to calls. So you can notice that these are very heavily favoring the put side. And if you go take a look at those charts, we did have some pretty big drops in these indices today. All right. Now, what I really love as well is you can actually go in here and you can actually click these and they will very quickly go and filter for you to see those specific buys of puts or calls that happen to be showing up. Okay. All right. In addition, what you'll notice is here we have all the different, we only have so much real estate for our screen. What we've also added on here is you can enable your options or your equity blocks. One thing I tend to do, since I don't always take a look at what equity blocks are being purchased, just to give us a little bit more real estate, you can enable or disable those two boxes as well. Now, For those of you that happen to be on mobile, we have a very, very limited amount of screen space. So what you'll notice here is that we have a swipe along the top of where your put call ratio happens to be. If you swipe to the left to go to the right side, what you'll quickly notice is you can access your equity blocks and dark pool. You can access your flow scanner, and you can also access your market events. That's just the best way for us to make sure that things don't get too crowded on your mobile space, but you can still access all this information just as easily through mobile. Now, one of the things I did want to point out, because we did have a few questions that came up over the last couple of weeks. Some people noticed that their notifications weren't actually showing up. If you are on iOS, we suggest that you make sure you install your STAX software through Safari. We've noticed that those who installed it through Chrome, the extension does not quite work. The notifications do not show up. So we have to make sure it's installed through Safari. For those that are on Android, you're still welcome to use Google Chrome. And if you've noticed that your notifications aren't working, we suggest going ahead and reinstalling the software. We're trying to figure out what exactly is causing that to happen, but we've noticed over time, some that have had the application installed for a little longer tend to the notifications stop working. So if that is happening to you, make sure you go ahead and reinstall through the proper software, through the proper browser. And please let us know if you happen to have any more issues with those notifications at all. With that being said, this is Eric here with Investor Central Club, STAX Software. Very excited to bring you guys these new updates for the month of August. Please let us know what you've noticed. Please let us know if you've had any issues. You can go ahead and email us at help@investorcentralclub.com. And happy trading to y'all.